20,000 years ago in the olden days, the Simpsons were living their ordinary and cozy lives until Bart's stomach growled like an earthquake, prompting Marge to take action. He hid in bushes like a hunter, gaze fixed on the huge python, eyes wide like marbles. With courage, Marge jumped out, threw a stone, hitting the python's head, making it faint instantly. Thanks to Marge's bravery, the kids evaded beasts. Danger was everywhere, especially when Bart went out. A starving blue-haired wolf saw Bart at its meal, and as Marge was picking berries, she heard the commotion and dropped her basket like a hot. Marge's maternal instincts flared up instantly, her eyes shining like light bulbs as she grabbed the nearest tool and shot with a swift stab to the wolf's big belly. It bolted off, while Bart was left terrified. After all, winter was the toughest challenge because animals hibernate then, leaving the Simpsons struggling to eat well. Old Abe looked at the kids, his heart seemingly set on a mission as he shared his food with the little ones, planning to head out. So that swimmer stopped him, hoping Grandpa wouldn't, but knew fewer miles meant better chances for the kids. After a heartfelt hug with Homer, Abe bravely trudged into the blizzard, and once the brutal winter passed, Homer became nimbler, dodging thorns like a pro. However, Homer was covered in wounds, yet he didn't back down. Knowing his wife and kids were waiting at home, this was one of his rare serious moments in 35 seasons. After traversing countless thorns and scaling countless mountains, he finally seized the opportunity and captured his target. He roared in victorious triumph, but the blue-haired wolf from home returned for trouble, shaking Bart's heart with fear once more. But Marge would never let her kids get hurt. She stood in front of them wielding her makeshift spear. Tension soared as both sides launched into a full-on attack in just 2.5 seconds. The wolf scratched Marge's face with its claws, but Marge fought back defiantly, stabbing it with her spear, which only made the wolf angrier. At this moment, Homer finally realized protecting his wife was his duty. Outmatched, the wolf chose to demolish houses instead. After the wolf went on a rampage, Homer tended to Marge's wounds, trying to wipe off the scars on her face, but those marks were as hard to restore as the wrecked house. Just then, Homer had an idea and turned to the distant mountain with the cave. If they hid there, they'd be safe from the wolf. After discussion, they decided to act. Prep food, grabbed spears, and embarked on their moving journey. Though the journey would be tough, having family around made everything bearable, and they were about to climb over a massive rock, but the blue-haired wolf raced back, threw Marge aside, then bit Homer's rear before he reacted. This cost Homer his life, pinned by rocks, shocking the family. Marge felt an emptiness inside, but life went on. She picked up her spear and charged at the wolf. With agile moves, she leaped, narrowly escaping the wolf. Knowing she couldn't fight, this was the only way out. But not far ahead, a cliff appeared. Marge surveyed her surroundings and spotted a tree that could save the day, pulling it out with all her might. This can't be a bridge. After countless hurdles, they reached their destination, thinking they could settle. The wolf had waited long. The family was in trouble again. Thankfully, lightning struck the giant mountain rock. The rock crushed the wolf's leg. Marge rushed to check, raising her spear to kill it, but softened seeing its innocent eyes. In the end, Marge pushed the rock away and broke her spear, and the wolf struggled to get back on its feet. Ultimately, Marge chose not to settle in the cave, instead returning to rebuild their home, while Homer paid the ultimate price for it all. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.